In 2015, I went into a detox because I was going through withdrawals from heroin, and I didn't think I had an addiction problem. I didn't ever claim myself as an addict. I thought if I just got off of opiates and I got rid of the withdrawals, then I could go back to my life, and I truly believe that. And when I got out of the detox, I remember like hearing the birds chirping and like hearing life again. And I literally drove to a liquor store and I bought 6 nips. But I didn't think alcohol was my problem. So for me, it was like it was a process for me to understand. From that point on, my disease had progressed tremendously, and yeah, so it was definitely a process. I love Lowell House because it really hits on every aspect of recovery, and they meet you where you're at. So there's no pressure of if you have to go into treatment, or it's really up to us to decide what layer of or what level of recovery we need, and then having the inpatient treatment to then wrap around services on the other side, so then we can be able to have support when we do get out of treatment. And then just having like the recovery cafe where we can go and like connect with people and just really continue our recovery, and then see people when then I was able to become a recovery coach. So it really is like full circle for me to like really see everything that Lowell House has to offer. I'm grateful because I have been able to utilize a lot of the services, and I know my recovery isn't linear, and I have had relapses, but there has been no judgment, and I was able to walk through the doors as welcomed as I was before, so that's been really helpful. Well, the Sheehan House loved me before I loved myself. When I had went, it was a lot more of an older crowd, and it was like a home that I never really, not that I had a bad childhood, but it was a home that, it was very welcoming, it was really warm. I liked how we could like make dinner for everybody, so we used to have jobs in the kitchen, and we'd have a job, I think twice a month we have to cook lunch and dinner, so we had to like plan out all of the meals, and I liked that. Yeah, a lot. I make my bed every day. But meditation, the groups are really important, affirmations. Yeah, I learned there, for me when I went into the Sheehan House, I didn't just like put down drugs and alcohol at that point. I was recovering from a very abusive relationship. So I really had to piece me back together again, and that place gave me a safe environment for me to heal as much as I could at that moment. I still had a long way to go, but it was very safe for me to heal what I needed to in order for me to get to the next step. Well, while I was at the Sheehan House, I took the 24D classes because I had lost my license to a DUI. So I had taken that class. I was able to get my license back. And then I was able to work off the opioid crisis grant and work for the Phoenix. But then I was able to get my recovery coach certification. From there, I had a baby, and my life started, going in the right direction, and then COVID happened, and I ended up having a relapse. So then my last relapse was last August, and then I came into the SOAP program. And from there, I had been working with Sean and working with counseling, and I also have another recovery coach through the Bridge Club. I knew I was at a place where I had to, I needed support, and I had to really, I'm not looking for the word, humble myself and walking in. because I had been a recovery coach, you know, so I had to really like put my ego on the back burner and walk in and ask for help. So I always feel like, you know, every time if I ask for help, or if I walk into a program or whatever, I never like dismiss what I've learned in the past. I always feel like I look at it from a different set of eyes or a different set of ears, wherever I'm at in my life. So the soap helped me, gave me the support I needed to really understand what I needed to continue to work on. Because I had 3.5 years, I had clean time, but I wasn't, I was stuffing all of the stuff that I didn't want to deal with. So it helped me start looking at all of those things and really start looking internally. I didn't want to leave my son, and the scheduling gave me an opportunity to work on my recovery, but also be the mom for when he got out of school. I could be there for him too. That was important to me. Yeah, every day was different. They have, what's good, they have different I guess social workers or different people come in, so they'll have their own style, which I liked, and they all focused on different things. But it was very structured. We'd have a class, we'd have a little break, but we worked on anything from codependency, triggers, healthy habits, anything to really just give you the structure so that when you left that you can implement it in your life. I feel like people come into my life at a, you know, the universe places people in my life at a certain time. My plan wasn't to meet with the therapist that I have now, Sean. It was actually supposed to be with a female. And then with situations that happened in my life, it just happened to be that he was the one who took on me. And he has helped me really walk through some really challenging times in my life and guided me, and yeah, it's been really helpful. Yeah, I am an addict, but it's such a small part of me. And I had to remember that, because at a certain time in my life, I felt like that's all I was known for. So to be able to like minimize that a little bit more and more, I mean, it's always going to be there, but he gave me hope to show me that, you know, you can be a better person, you can give back, you can share your experiences, and not sometimes, you know, there's no disclosure, but sometimes those little bit of wisdom that he'll share with me, it's like, oh, like I keep those things with me, and it's helped me really grow in my life. Don't give up. Ask for help. And you deserve to live a better life.